Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Kyle and welcome back to another Dead by Daylight video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you 10 more secret vault spots that you probably don't know about. You guys seem to absolutely love the last one and wanted to see a part 2, so here it is. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe down below. And I just wanted to thank my 2 legendary members on YouTube for supporting me. You guys are absolutely amazing. Anyway, let's get right into the video. Okay, so the first secret vault spot on our list is on the Temple of Purgation. Before we get into this secret spot, I wanted to quickly point out that sometimes on the edges of the main building there is actually a vault, like right here. These vaults are extremely good until you complete the generator at the bottom story of the main building down here. If you complete that gen right there, it'll actually open up the walls right next to the windows, so right here for example, and then the killer can easily have another route to catch you off guard as you're falling from this window. So just keep that in mind if you're ever in this main building. But the secret spot I wanted to show you is if you go to the front of the temple, which is the side with the giant like horse statues or whatever the frick that is. So if you come into the main building and turn to your left, you see this little staircase right here, and this goes up to a hallway with a window spawn either here, or right there. So for me, it's right here, obviously. I don't think I've ever actually used this vault in Chase. To me, it doesn't really seem like a vault that would be useful unless it spawns right here, because if you're going upstairs, this is likely a last resort kind of scenario. So then the killer would probably be close to you anyway, and you'd want to be taking this vault and not like have to run all the way down here to take this. But if you do take this and the window spawns right here, then you can take that as well. All right, so for our next map, we have the Larry's Memorial Institute. And on this map, this is actually an activatable window. So see all these panels up here? Those are up on the second story that you can reach by going up these stairs. And these panels actually open if you complete the generator in the center of the map. So I'm going to do that really quick and show you what happens. All right, so now that we are finishing up this gen, watch those panels to see them open up. You see that? You see that? How cinematic. Wow. Okay, so now we can go up these stairs and we'll go over there. And look, you have a vault that you can take now. This makes for an extremely good loop, especially with balanced landing, because I believe it's always this one that opens up. And it's right next to the stairs with this window vault right here. So if you're being looped from this way, you can take this window, right? And then the killer has to go all the way around here so they lose distance from that. And then you can keep running up here and literally take this, get your balanced landing, and be absolutely gone. It is so good. It's literally such a good vault. If you are coming up from these stairs near the little reception desk kind of thing, then there is that one all the way down there, or alternatively, there is one that I believe, yeah, there's one that spawns right here. That one's also pretty good because if the killer vaults it, then you can take this vault right here, which is a fixed vault location. And then this is just like an L on a TL wall. So yeah, if you come up here, take a left, and then you can take this vault around the corner if you just spam spacebar, and then they should vault that if they're still following you, and then you can take this vault right here. I believe that is all for Larry's because all the other vaults just look like literal squares in the wall. All right, for the next secret vault spot, we have the Sanctum of Wrath. This one actually has 2 secret vault spots. One of them is more obvious than the other. So the more obvious one is on the side of the main building right here. This is a very, very strong vault because you can actually fast vault it from the top story if you take it at the correct angle. This one's a little tricky to get used to, but you kind of want to angle your body so that your character leans up against the fence. I almost look directly at this pole right here. I find that to be the easiest thing when kind of like calculating where your body has to be, because if you look at that pole and then you take a fast vault, it almost always guarantees a fast vault there. So once again, just look at that pole right there, kind of angle that towards the center of your screen, and then you should be able to just hold W and get a fast vault there. For a lot of these tricky fast vaults, you usually vault at like the very last second, but I found with this one, you kind of want to spam spacebar immediately to get that fast vault, because if you wait even a millisecond too late, you'll get a medium vault. So basically, when you're coming down here, just look at that pole, spam your spacebar or whatever button it is on controller to be able to vault it, and then you should be able to get that fast vault pretty easily. And then from there, you have a couple options. If you have balance, you can pretty much go wherever you want, but if you don't have balance, then either the killer will vault this, and in this case, you can either go around and then do like a 50-50 mind game on this vault again, or you can go this way and go up the main building and try to take that vault one more time. And then for a third scenario, you can try to just make it to that loop all the way over there. I feel like that one's pretty obvious because a lot of people use that in their matches on this map, but there are actually 3 fixed vault spots on this main building that you probably don't know about because they are very hidden. If we're using these stairs for reference, one of them is directly to its left right here, and that is a very, very good vault because the killer has to vault it. And then there's also one directly to the left of that across the stairs right here. For this one, one you can actually get a fast vault, but you have to be coming from this side. And for this, it's almost the same thing as those stairs right there. You kind of want to angle yourself against this wall and press spacebar as soon as possible. And then the last one is directly across from this vault right here. And then I also wanted to mention these little shrine slash hut things that appear on both Yomoka maps. They have some vault spawns that you can utilize pretty effectively. This one with the building inside of the center has a vault right here. This one is super obvious, but most people kind of avoid it. However, it's actually a pretty good vault that you can fake and then keep running and waste a couple seconds of the killer's time if you're in a really tight situation. And then there's the other building, which has just like all the rubble in the middle. And this one has a vault right here. This one's a little less obvious than the last one, but it is a bit stronger because there's a very large distance between where the killer would be and where you would be. So the killer has to 50-50 you here. One thing I don't like about this vault is it's not high enough to trigger your balanced landing, so you can't really get too much distance from here if you're using that perk. All right, the next spot on my list is on Midwich Elementary School, but basically on every corner of this map, there's a way up and a way down, and on two of the corners, there is a giant staircase like this, and on one of those two giant staircases, there is actually a vault right here. This is an awesome vault, because if you're being chased up here and the killer's following you, they can't see what you're doing, so you can slow vault this, get balanced, and be absolutely gone. And then the other one I wanted to mention is this little vault right here. This one's fairly obvious and is a really last resort kind of vault, but it does have the exit gate right here. But it is something to keep in mind if you're trying to get that exit gate open and the killer is putting a lot of good pressure on you. This does end up being a pretty unsafe 50-50 mind game against the killer, whether or not you will vault this, but you can waste a lot of valuable time for the killer. And if you have Lithe or something, you can take this and completely run away. This is the vault right next to the really good vault right here. Personally, I think this is the best window on Midwich until they break this door right here, because then obviously if you take this, they could just cut you off and then you're screwed no matter what you do. But if you take that vault and you go all the way around here, then you do have another option with this vault, and you can fast vault it pretty easily. You have a ton of space to fast vault this, so it is really, really easy. All right, our next secret vault spot isn't totally secret, but it is a very, very necessary thing to know. On pretty much every Coldwind map, they have a harvester that looks like this, and most people know that you can run up here and then take the vault to your right, and then you can drop down pretty much anywhere and go wherever you need to go. But a lot of people seem to not know that there is actually a second vault on the left side right here. What many killers will do is they're gonna lunge from here to this hay bale because they can get on top of it, and that's when you will be vaulting here. And if they do that, you'll have enough time to vault this again and then vault the second one and get a ton of distance from that. I also wanted to point out that you don't even have to take those vaults at all. You can actually just go like this and land on the hay bale and go around here. I see a lot of people trying to go like this to get on top of it, and that just doesn't work. In order to do this, you have to go at like a literal perfect 90-degree angle to get on top of the hay bale. So you have to go up to around here and turn almost exactly straight with the hay bale and run forward. I remember I used to be struggling with this, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy, and you just basically have a complete 90-degree angle right there. Obviously, you can get balanced landing from pretty much anywhere on this harvester, even on the hay bales right here, as you can see. And the last thing I wanted to know is that you can fast vault this if you come at the perfect angle. It is a little bit tricky, and you kind of need to go at like a weird angle and go off the railing and then wait super late before you actually vault, because if you vault too early, you'll just get a medium vault. So you have to go this way. So you kind of want to angle yourself a little bit off the ledge, like right here, and then turn quickly when you get about to this corner of the hay bale, and then you should be able to get a fast vault from there. Let me try to do another example, and I'll put it in slow-mo. This fast vault is actually very good if the killer lunges onto this hay bale, because then you could fast vault this and then you have a ton of distance from that, especially if you have balanced landing like I do here. In part 1, I mentioned a couple of secret vault spots on the saloon. There is another one that I forgot to talk about in that video. Basically, if you come to the front of the main building and you go to the right where these lockers are and you keep heading down this way, you'll see the breakable door, and then you'll see this vault right here. It's kind of in a dead end, so that's probably why a lot of people don't know about this spot, because if you're coming from this way, you'll usually want to use this window, even if they have the breakable wall taken down, because it's extremely good. However, if they have like bamboozle or something, or if you're coming from up this direction or something, if there's any scenario where you're pushed this way and you don't have time to make it all the way up there to that window up there, then you can always take this and take that as a fast vault and keep running down here. There are a couple problems with this vault spot though. If the killer sees you running up here, they're likely gonna start to cut you off this way, so it is a little bit of a 50-50, and And even if you don't take it and try to fake it, the killer will most likely be around this location anyway, so it can be really easy for them to come back and hit you there. Because if you vaulted this and the killer was trying to cut you off and they were like here, they would have had enough time to hit you at the vault anyway. So that's one thing that makes this vault very bad. And another thing is that it doesn't activate your balanced landing because it's not high enough, so you can't get any type of distance with that perk. Obviously though, if you're using Lithe, it will activate your Lithe and you will take a little bit of false stagger, but not anything significant at all. For the last spot in the video, we have the preschool. If you go in the preschool and go downstairs, there is this big open square area where the basement can sometimes spawn and sometimes the generator spawns here as well. And did you know that this little thing right here is actually a vault? I see a lot of people using this one, so I feel like it is a pretty common thing to know. However, I remember when I was kind of new to the game and I did not know that this was a vault, so I would go all the way around here and not actually take this as a vault. This is really strong because the killer has to go all the way around it, otherwise they lose some distance by vaulting. And by going around it, they also lose some distance, so you can usually make it up here into like one of the few god pallets that are on this top story. And that is gonna wrap it up for today's video, but don't click off yet. If you haven't already, feel free to come check out my Twitch. The link is in the description. I stream every Tuesday and Saturday, so come stop by and say hi. And again, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. The support around here has been absolutely unreal, and I could not thank you guys enough. So yeah, guys, that's all I have to say, so I will see you all in the next one. Peace!